Okay, so I just wanted to jump on tonight and say thank you to everyone who wished my son Connor a happy 4th birthday today. We appreciate all the love and the likes and the comments. It was so sweet of all of you. I am actually under the weather, but he had a great day. And I'm glad that he had a great day. I wanted to just address a few things. I was questioning whether or not I should go live and talk about this or not, but I'm just going to touch on it, and then I'll go ahead and get to the paper pumpkin that we received this month and just kind of walk you through the paper pumpkin kit. But before I do that, I know that my business page is very new and I'm still figuring things out, including this live situation. So bear with me. I know that I've been jumping around a little bit with the schedule, but sometimes that can't be helped. It's usually just Patrick and myself with Connor. We don't have a ton of help. We do have my mom 2 days a week. And I am going to try to arrange my lives when I have childcare. But for now, because it was an unusual day, I was sick today. And of course, because it was Connor's birthday, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to roll the dice and do a late night live and just see what happens. One of the things about my audience is that I don't know what the best time of day is for you either. But I'm definitely interested in that feedback. If anybody has a better time of day than another. One thing that I do want to let you know, in case you don't know, is that I also have a day job. So I have a 9 to 5 that I work Monday through Friday, and this is my passion job. This is my second job. So you'll always see me here usually on evenings and weekends. But because I am so new, I don't know really if I've laid any ground rules about my business page. What you're going to find when you come here, my hope is that you will always be inspired. Whether you're a crafter or not, or whether you're thinking about it, whether you're a demonstrator or not, everybody is welcome here. And I've gotten a lot of questions, some questions, probably I would say like in the last few months, that I've been fielding about joining Stampin' Up! And what that's been like and why would I do that. And I can get into the details of that in a pre-filmed video. I'll probably post it on my YouTube channel. And let me know if you're interested in any content like that. I'm thinking about doing that, but you'll always see crafting demonstrations. I'm always going to be giving you ideas with the products that Stampin' Up! Comes out with, including the paper pumpkin kits. But a lot of times things can come up where I find myself defending myself about my hobby. And I think that that can happen to a lot of us. And I think that a lot of times that can happen actually out of care and concern, not that it is intentionally, hurtful or upsetting or something like that. I do think that it comes from a place where people are just trying to look out for you. But I don't think that we should ever have to defend ourselves about doing something that we love or about doing something that we are passionate about. I joined Stampin' Up! Because I love their products. I love the quality of their products. I love their community. I was inspired by many demonstrators before I actually got up the nerve to do this, to actually go live. I actually joined Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator back in March, and it took me until I think September 11th. I think September 11th was my first Facebook Live. I really had to work myself into that. So I love having the support of other demonstrators and of the crafting community. It's been wonderful. And I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that this is a safe and a happy place. Anytime that you come here, I hope that you will be inspired. I hope that you'll leave comments and interact with me. If you haven't already liked my business page, I hope that you'll like my business page and just stop by and check us out and see what we're doing. Whether you can't afford any product or whether you can afford as much product as you want, you are welcome here. No one's going to judge you for that. If you are a crafting collector more than a creator, meaning you love beautiful papers, you love collections, you love the new colors that they come out with and the interesting new tools that they're always creating for the crafting industry, and you like to purchase those things and collect them and have them, again, no judgment here. Whatever it is that you love about this, I'm just happy that you're here. And I always appreciate anything that you have in terms of feedback for what I'm doing, especially because I am so new. I'm definitely going to be sharing with you, but I would appreciate any interaction if anybody has opinions on that. If you feel like you've ever had to defend yourself from something that you're passionate about or a hobby, hobbies are good for you. And whether that's health and wellness for people who like to get up and exercise every day and they prioritize that, this is the same thing, just a different hobby. This is something that I had stopped doing for a while and I really, really missed it. And I wanted to try to get back on track and prioritize this. But also because I had been inspired during a difficult time by so many of the other very talented demonstrators for Stampin' Up! That I wanted to give back to. So that's why this page is here. And that's why I'm doing this. Of course, this is a business. Of course, I've invested in this. And of course, I'm interested in people shopping here. But my number one goal with you coming and visiting this page is that you feel safe and happy and inspired and creative and like you can communicate with this community. So I plan on building a good, strong, creative, happy crafting family. And I would love for you to join me. So with all of that said, let me attempt this camera thing and talk to you a little bit about Paper Pumpkin. I think it will be better if we do it like this. I hope you can see this. Okay, so this is literally the last page of the annual catalog. Paper Pumpkin is a monthly subscription box. I've talked about it a few times here, but today I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail for you. So any information, anything, if you are interested in, is available at paperpumpkin.com. You can actually go to the shop now and click the Paper Pumpkin link when you get to the online store if you want to. You could do that as well. But I just wanted to talk to you about the different ways that you could subscribe. So if you're interested in doing a monthly kit, it's $22 a month. If you know you love Paper Pumpkin, if it's something that you feel like you would want more than 1 month, you know, if you're just trying it, I would say just start with the 1 month. But you can also do subscriptions 3 month, 6 month, or 12 month. So if you do the 6 month, you get a savings. And if you do the 12 month, you actually get a kit free. So it's just something to keep in mind. And again, you can also see these details on the Paper Pumpkin website. And you could always just list me as your demonstrator. It will ask you for a demonstrator and you would just list Melinda Hart. So let's go ahead and show you what actually came in this month's kit. This is what the cards look like for this kit, which I think that they are so cute. So October's kit and November's kit are actually going to coordinate. If you didn't get a chance to subscribe for October, you can still sign up and get the November kit, which I believe this kit is actually going to be tags that will coordinate back to these cards. But just something to keep in mind. I don't know 100% if it's tags. It might be more cards, but they were planning on doing a coordination between the 2 months. So I just wanted to mention that too. And I'll have more information as we get closer to the deadline date. But just as a reminder that the deadline date to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, if you want to receive the following month's kit or that month's kit, is to subscribe by the 10th of every month. Once you do set up a subscription though, it will automatically send you more unless you would cancel, and you can cancel a subscription at any time. So let me just show you what comes in the kit. This is the stamp set that you would get, and it has several different greetings. We have season's greetings, winter wishes. We also have wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. That covers a lot of bases for the holidays. We have the snowflake, the cardinal, and then we actually have like falling snow. And if you would ever want to use these for something else, this could just be a pattern that you could use as a background stamp anytime. The color, every month you get a new ink spot. You get a new small ink color, and this month is Night of Navy. You're going to get 2 different adhesives in this kit. You're actually going to get the adhesive dots, and you're going to get the dimensionals. These are the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. What this does is, this is a double-sided adhesive, but it has some foam in here so that it will pop up and add some dimension to your projects. We have, I'm going to show this without paper so that you can see this a little bit better. There are, let's see, 50 snowflake sequins in this particular set. These are so cute. Those will be nice on the project. I love the little embellishments like this just for myself. I love the detail pieces. These are the card bases, and honestly, if you don't feel crafty at all, but you just want to have a set of cards, you actually get 10 card bases here that look like this, and you could always just stamp right onto there, right on the inside, and be done with it. But we are actually going to follow the instructions to put this together tonight. If my son stays asleep. I'm hoping he's tired out from today's activities. You also get some lined envelopes that coordinate back to the cards. So you'll get the 10 detailed envelopes, which is really nice. It really kind of adds a professional designer touch when you have these elements to your card set. These are our layering trees, and it's probably going to be, let me see if I can point the light on these. I don't know if you can see this or not, but they're actually shimmery. These are shimmery trees. Okay, and these are called die cuts, where we literally just pop this out and put it right onto the card, and you'll see how I do that. We have little die cut cardinals, pop right out. It will go. And you know, a lot of people love cardinals in that they represent people that we've lost or that have moved on. There's a whole theory about cardinals, people coming back in cardinals, and we have a beautiful family of cardinals that lives actually out here in trees around our home. And then we also have some embellishment pieces, some layering pieces. So I love the wood grain pattern. These are really nice. These also just pop right out. Okay, so we have that. And we have this one. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get set up and do a little stamping here. Just to show you quickly, the back here, so you'll always get an insert with your Paper Pumpkin kit, and this shows you what the finished projects look like. The inside are where the instructions are, and it's always like visual instructions, so you get the 1, 2, 3, 4 step system. And then down here if you ever have, you know, ribbon or twine, anything like that, if it's added into the kit, you can measure it right out here. They put a ruler right on the paper, which is nice if you don't have your tools with you. And the back, before I forget, let me just show you. It will tell you what your kit includes. Stampin' Up! Is really wonderful about their color coordination. So these are the colors that actually coordinate in this kit: Early Espresso, Night of Navy, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, and Shaded Spruce. And then there are alternatives that you can make with these kits too. Every month I'm going to try to do an alternative project with the Paper Pumpkin kit just to give you more ideas. But they actually have an alternative idea right there on the kit instructions for you too. Okay, so if you're a new Paper Pumpkin subscriber, the first time you get a kit, you'll also get a block, a stamping block. Whenever you see photopolymer stamps, which are the stamps that are clear and you can see right through them, they actually adhere to these blocks and they just pull off and you can put them right back on the paper. So let me just show you here. You'll get your block the first time and then that's it. And you'll just use this same block. Unless, of course, you're already a stamper and you have other blocks, you could use whatever you want, but you will get one supplied in your first kit. And let me just sit down here and get set up so that we can do this. Hi, Becky. Hi, Valerie. It's so nice to have you guys here. I didn't know if anybody would still be up with me. Okay, so I'm just going to follow my instructions here. And step 1 is telling me that I can add some snow basically with my block. So that's what we're going to do. Second step, we'll add our trees and we can use our dimensionals to do that. That's what it's indicating. Then we'll stamp our greeting and we'll adhere the layering piece, the wood grain layering piece, and we can pop those up on dimensionals too. And then the last step would be adding in our cardinals. Okay. So I'm just going to grab snowflakes here, and you know what, you guys, I'm mic'd, so my microphone picks up all the noise. If you could hear that, I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to take my stamp and I'm just going to adhere it right to the block. There's nothing you have to add to it or do to it. It will just go right onto the block. The next thing that we're going to do, and the only extra things ever that I use with Paper Pumpkin kits are scissors. These are the paper snips, and extra adhesive just in case, but this kit has plenty of adhesive. Okay, so I'm just going to open this. This is a great pastime or a great wintertime project, especially if this is something that even for yourself or for family members or for friends that you hang out with that are trying to reduce screen time. It's a creative way to, spend a half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on who it is that you're working with, to do this. Now, of course, if you have more inks at home, once you start getting Paper Pumpkin kits monthly, you'll build up a little collection. But you can either just stick to the color that comes in the kit, or you could use multiple colors. Like, it would be fun to use a lighter color here too for this. Okay. And then I'm just looking right through my stamp and I can see that I've inked all that. And I'm just going to go right up here and stamp down. This isn't something that you have to worry about messing up. This is really easy to do. And it's optional too. You don't necessarily have to do every step that they have on the Paper Pumpkin kits, but if you don't want to think about it, the design is already done for you, which is, it's so nice sometimes, you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to do one more. Okay, and of course you could keep going. I'm actually just going to stop right there. And the next thing will be to add in our trees. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this die cut piece out. I'm going to take my Stampin' Dimensionals and I'm going to add these on. So I'm just going to flip this over, and you know that the front is the front because it has the shimmer. Okay, I like to use a lot of the dimensionals just for myself, but you don't have to use a ton. I also want to make sure that my trees stand up, so I'm just going to pop, let's see, one right there, and one right here. I'm looking for the thicker parts of the tree. These are double-sided, so you'll just peel off the top piece. This is definitely my time of year. This is my favorite time of year, especially for crafting themes. We have a lot of fall and winter birthdays, lots of fabulous people born at this time of the year, all the way through the end of the year. But this is actually when crafters start planning ahead for their holiday projects, so I absolutely love this. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this right on. Just going to line that up with the base of my card. Okay. All right, so that gives us a little bit of dimension. Now the next step will be to stamp our greeting. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my layering piece. That's going to go here. That I'm going to adhere with the glue dots. I broke my nail the other day and everything keeps getting stuck on it. And I apologize if my voice keeps going in and out. You know what? Let me try this one more time. A lot of people will use a tool for these too, which we could use our scissors. Let me just put that there. Okay. And then the next step will be, I'm going to just take this stamp off of my block. And let's do Season's Greetings. I'm just going to ink this up. Okay, and I can see that my ink is everywhere, which is good. And now oh, it's right here, you guys. What am I? I'm like, okay. I'm going to stamp this. We'll see how this one turns out. Whenever you're working with a new stamp, if you've never inked it before, I would just let the ink transfer to the paper for a moment. Okay. We're going to pop this up on dimensionals too. Or you could lay it flat, whatever you prefer. The kits are the paper pumpkin kits in particular are very light. So as long as you kind of stick to the pieces that are already in the kit, then you shouldn't have any problem with extra postage. Any cards that you have tons of layers on, or if it's an unusual size or something like that, you would have to do additional postage. But for these should be fine just with a regular stamp. And if this is going to somebody with a gift card in it, then you might want to consider extra postage, just depending on what you have tucked in there. Okay, so here we go. And that in itself is really cute, but I want to add the cardinal, and I also want to add, let's see, I want to add those cute sequin snowflakes. So let's just take a look at this. What I think I'm going to do with my little glue dot here is I'm going to peel up these because I'm having so much trouble not having my thumbnail. And you see how the glue is still there? I'm just going to get the glue right onto the cardinal, right onto his belly. Okay. And let's see, where should I put him? How about right here? And then we'll do our same thing with the other cardinal. I think I like that better. Okay. And now for my little snowflakes, I think I'm just going to do a little snowflake on either side. And of course, if you wanted to do snowflakes just coming right down onto the trees, that would be so pretty too. Okay. So same thing. I'm going to use my adhesive dot. And that one peeled all the way up. So let's see if I can salvage this. Yes. Just going to put my dot right onto the snowflake. Let's grab another one. Now you could either just handwrite something on the inside of your card here, or you can stamp that that sentiment that they have that comes in the set, which is what I'm going to do. Okay. So pretty. Okay. So the sentiment that I'm talking about is the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So let's take that one. And you can always, we have lots of different cleaning options for your stamps, but you could also just use gently a wet paper towel, or baby wipes are not my favorite just because they tend to leave fibers, but if you're using them very gently, if you have a ton of them in your house, you could always use that too. But I'll show you some good cleaning options you'll have for your stamps too. Okay. So here we go. I can see that that's inked up except for that U. Let me go. Better. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp this right into the middle, and the same thing. This is the first time I'm using this stamp, so I'm just going to make sure that this transfers to the paper, but once you've used this a few times, you won't even have to worry about it. And I missed a little line, but we'll just pretend like it's perfect, right? I'm going to see if I can fix that. Let's try. It's right where that U is. I thought I didn't have that. Okay. If this does not work out, I will literally just take another little white piece of paper and lay this right over top. So even if you're a crafter and you make mistakes, you could always fix it. Yeah, I would just put something right over top of that and try again. But you get the idea. Let me see if I can do another one, just so that I can show you. So same thing, just going to ink up my stamp. did it again. Well, you know what, guys? I'll definitely figure that out, but at least you have the concept in mind. Bear with me as I am still nervous on these lives, but I'll get there. I hope you love this project. Basically, you'll get 10 of these in this kit, but there are always extra embellishments. If you know, this is the time of year that you can think about handmade ornaments. If you do photo cards, you like to send out photo cards for the holidays, you could always outline the photos with these little trees. So just different ideas that you can use. So thank you so much for joining me today on Facebook. I really appreciate it, especially this late at night. Give this video a like if you like this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this project. You can also find me on YouTube, Pinterest, and Instagram under Stamping with Hart. All right, thank you so much and have a great evening.